you can carry a small gun in a pocket. I mean, many small guns fit into a front pocket very nicely. But if you do carry a gun in a pocket, you want to carry it in a proper pocket holster. The reason you don't want to just put your naked gun into your pocket and carry it that way is as follows. Let's assume this gun was in my pocket. When I go to access the gun, to pull it out, I don't want my finger to be able to get to that trigger. I don't want to have the possibility of accidentally shooting myself as I'm trying to draw the gun out of the pocket. So a good pocket holster will cover the trigger for you and prevent that. Another thing that a good pocket holster will do is keep the gun from changing orientation on you. So when you go to draw it out of your pocket, the gun is where you expect it to be. I mean, your hand comes down onto the gun in a drawing position. And of course the pocket holster also keeps the gun clean. It keeps things like lint and dirt from getting into the gun. It's nice if your pocket holster is made out of a tacky material like this, so that it will grab onto the inside of your pocket. And you can see that when you put this gun in its pocket holster, in a front pocket like this, in this case it looks a little bit like a wallet in there. If I had baggier pants, which I would probably choose if I was going to carry a gun in a front pocket, it would probably just disappear. You wouldn't see it at all. A good option, if you can't carry your gun concealed on your person, is one of these fanny packs. I mean, everybody wears these around these days, and this particular one is made to carry a concealed gun that you can access very fast. This is a good option when your clothing, or the dress for whatever occasion you have, just won't allow you to wear a belt and a concealing garment, etc. Maybe swim trunks and a t-shirt. Dressed like that, you can carry a gun very effectively in a fanny pack like this. To access your gun from a fanny pack, you simply grab the release mechanism, pull it down, and the gun is right there. A clever way to carry a small gun is in one of these small pouches that are worn on your belt. I mean, it doesn't really look big enough to carry a gun, and it looks pretty innocent. Inside this pouch, there are actually two compartments. Inside the first compartment, you can see I have a cell phone, and some glasses, and a bunch of stuff. And I could actually leave this partially open, and if you saw those little doodads in there, you wouldn't think anything of it. On the other hand, there's a hidden compartment that's Velcro accessible, which carries a gun. This clever device is called a belly band. It's an elasticized band with various pockets sewn between the two layers of elastic. And these pockets will accommodate things like a handgun, spare magazine, flashlight, etc. And the way it goes on, the way you wear it is like this. Now you wouldn't actually wear it over your shirt. You would wear it underneath your shirt. Over your t-shirt perhaps, but definitely behind your pants. So it wouldn't show at all. You put the gun in here in about the cross draw position. Now remember, this is underneath your shirt. And the way you would access this gun would be you would have a button unbuttoned on your shirt, so you could simply reach in and withdraw the gun. I'm wearing a gun in a belly band right now underneath this shirt. And as you can see, you can't really see that there's anything underneath my shirt. However, if I simply reach into the unbuttoned button, I can take the gun out, and it comes out very fast and very easily. We've talked a little bit about the difficulties in accessing a strong side hip holster while you're seated in a car. And this car isn't too bad, but the more bucket-like seats you have, the harder it gets. And for some people, they find that the seat belt coming across their body actually interferes with the holster and the gun. In any case, even for me, in this particular car, getting to this gun, it's not particularly difficult, but it's not fun. I have to lean forward and contort my body and really get my hand up there. And if I have problems with my shoulder, that can be an issue. So for that reason, alternate carry methods, if you spend a lot of time seated in a car, might make sense. A good option for those situations is a dedicated car holster, such as this car seat holster. The way this holster works is it's very easy for me to reach the gun while I'm seated in the car. I can simply pull it out and do what I need to do with it. A really nice thing about this holster is it also carries a spare magazine right here. If I need to do a reload, I can. One thing to keep in mind, if you do decide to use a dedicated card holster like this, is to also wear a regular holster that will accept the same gun. That way, when you get to your destination, you can take the gun from the dedicated card holster, put it into your regular holster, and then get out of the car and go about your business. You clearly don't want to leave an unattended gun in an empty car. Of course, if you're carrying a gun, you ought to be carrying spare ammunition on your person as well. Spare ammunition for a semi-automatic pistol is carried in a spare magazine, which itself is carried in something called a magazine pouch, which is typically worn on the opposite side of your body, on your belt, opposite your gun. Characteristics you want to look for in a magazine pouch are that you don't want it to be too loose. That is, again, you want it to hold the magazine securely. You don't want it to be so tight that you can't pull it out. That takes a lot of effort. You want it to be able to come out nice and easily. An adjustable magazine pouch such as this one is great because it allows you to adjust the tension to the way you prefer it. And also, you want to be able to get a good grip on this magazine as you draw it out so that you can insert it into the gun easily without having to adjust your grip. A nice discreet way to carry a spare magazine for your pistol is in essentially a pocket holster made for the magazine. And these are usually made out of the same sort of tacky material that a pocket holster for a gun would be. You simply put your spare magazine into its holder like this, insert this into your pocket, and then if you need to access your spare magazine, it's right there. Spare ammunition for a revolver is typically carried in a speed loader, which looks like this and holds the bullets such that they can be dropped right into the charge holes of the revolver. The speed loader is carried in something called a speed loader holder, which is worn on the belt, typically on the same side of the body as you're wearing your revolver. And to access the speed loader, you simply release a snap and withdraw the speed loader.